about water. Water responsibility is with the National Water Commission. The question is better placed. Any other questions? Any questions online? Second question.
Okay, this is a tangent question, actually. In relation to this call about transparency and accountability, there is the matter of the leaked PNP voice notes. Have the officers of the party identified the individuals in question, and have those individuals faced any level of punishment, disciplinary action, and would you condemn what was suggested on those voice notes by those members, who I believe one was a councillor who suggested that through the local authorities they would essentially obfuscate or try to delay any aspects of NARA that could be of a benefit to the same people who you suggest should get benefits today?
Okay, well, the leader of the opposition spoke on this on Sunday. I believe you would have been privy to what he shared. What our internal workings have been is not for the public discussion in terms of how we are speaking with those who are in those conversations. What I think is instructive is that a certain media house decided to publish select voice notes from a chat they had access to, a private chat, and refused to share the other positions that were more in keeping with our stated public position. But we've become accustomed to the media house in question being very deliberate and skewed in how they report. But our position has been stated by the leader of the opposition, and we will not be speaking further on that topic.
So you don't believe what was said deserves some level of condemnation, because Mr. Golding did address it, but he did not condemn what was said in those voice notes, only to suggest that it is not the official position of the People's National Party.
Well, Mr. Golding is not here today for you to ask him further about his position, and so...
Which is why I'm asking your position, as in, would you condemn what was suggested in that voice note?
As I've said, the leader of the opposition has stated our position on that topic, and that's the extent to which we're going to be speaking about that. What we would like to speak about is NARA and the very fact that months after Hurricane Melissa, many families remain under tarpaulin, while billions of dollars have been left in accounts to languish. What PNP has stated from the beginning is that we want a reconstruction entity. We want an agency that is accountable, transparent, and open, and that is fair, and that gets to the people who really need the support. We've said from the beginning, and we're consistent with that, that NARA, as designed, does not breathe confidence. However, it has been passed into law. And so we will have to continue to do our responsibility as the opposition to monitor them and to hope and pray, as the many Jamaicans across the island hope, that it will actually do good for the people who need the support. Any other questions?
Well, a follow-up to that statement then, based on what you've suggested here, would you then assure the people of Jamaica that no member of the People's National Party will get in the way of NARA doing that duty, considering what has been said in those leaked voice notes?
Well, the leader of the opposition was clear about the party's position on NARA. He actually named a representative to support us on the committee that manages NARA. Can't remember the name of it now. Jamrock, right. So it means, therefore, that we have a representative there who will share with the committee our position. The People's National Party has been at the forefront of getting relief people in disaster. We have shown by our action, we have shown by our words and our public statements that we support any initiative that will get relief to families who need that relief. But of course, I'll protect the interest of Jamaica and taxpayers' money. All right. That from Office of the Leader of Opposition. This morning, we're talking about, and we're giving you a lot of information, but not misinformation like the others. Today, we're coming to talk truth, because they wrote them bad. But the Minister of Local Government, the Honorable Desmond McKenzie, and the Minister of Roads and Work, Robert Morgan, they have been putting figures out there that they say they have sent to municipal corporations across the island, but the truth not adding up, the maths not mathsing either. So what we've done today is we've brought representatives from the municipal corporations across the island where the PNP is represented by the mayor, and we've also brought in some minority leaders from some of our other municipal corporations that we are not in charge of. Why? We wanted to show you balance. We wanted to show you where we're in charge, how we have been spending your money. We're all going to shut in conditions in your local communities and towns. Why are the ministers shirking their responsibilities? It is the Minister of Road and Works' responsibility to ensure that your major roads, bridges, and gullies are taken care of. It is the Minister of Local Government's responsibility to ensure that adequate resources is made available so that the MPs, PNP, or JLP, the councillors, whether PNP or JLP, can adequately respond to your needs in the community. To politicize it and to make it seem as if only councils that are represented by representatives from the PNP have been underserved. I'm from St. James. I represent a constituency in South St. James. And if I'm to tell the constituents that the mayor of St. James, Montego Bay, has enough resources to fix the roads and is not doing it, I wonder if the minister would agree with that. To tell you more is our spokesperson for local government, Natalie Nita Garvey, who is a member of parliament. After Mrs. Nita Garvey speaks with you about our overarching policy and the direction this government has been taking, we will hear from the mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, His Worship Andrew Swaby. We will then hear from Mayor Danry Delancey. He will tell you what's happening in Westmoreland. From Clarendon, we'll hear from a minority leader in Councillor Cian Barneswell. Today, we also have representatives from the Port Maria Municipal Corporation, Fitzroy Wilson. We also have Donovan Mitchell, His Worship from Mandeville. We also have Sheridan Samuels, His Worship from Lucy. We have Donovan Pagan representing the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. Today, we do not have Mayor Norman Scott from St. Catherine, and we do not have a representative from St. James, but the information you need will be given to you by those who can speak on those. Please welcome MP Natalie Nita Garvey.
Thank you. Good morning, members of the media. We have convened this press conference because the Jamaican